What makes a country so magnetic that people simply refuse to leave? What kind of place has the power to hold its citizens, foreign workers, and even long-term visitors so tightly that they can't imagine living anywhere else? In 2025, Singapore has become that place. A tiny island nation with no natural resources, surrounded by giants, yet it has turned into one of the most desirable places to live, work, and thrive. But the shocking truth is, the reasons why people don't want to leave Singapore go far deeper than just wealth or prosperity. Singapore has cultivated something unique, a balance between tradition and modernity, discipline and freedom, ambition and stability. People who step foot into the Lion City often describe it as a world that feels both futuristic and deeply rooted in human values. From safety to opportunity, from cultural richness to global influence, Singapore has built an environment that makes leaving almost unthinkable. In this video, we're going to uncover the real truths behind why nobody wants to leave Singapore in 2025. And trust me, it's not just about the skyscrapers, the shopping malls, or the clean streets. It's about a way of life that few other places on Earth can replicate. So, let's dive deep into the heart of Singapore and uncover 6 powerful reasons why people are holding onto this island with both hands, and why stepping away feels like losing a treasure that cannot be found anywhere else. The unmatched sense of safety. When people talk about Singapore, the first thing that often comes to mind is safety. But safety here isn't just about low crime rates, it's about a collective mindset that makes daily living effortless and stress-free. In a world where many countries are struggling with rising crime, social unrest, or even political instability, Singapore feels like an oasis of calm. Parents let their children walk home late at night without fear. Tourists can explore neighborhoods without constantly looking over their shoulders. And locals know that their homes, belongings, and personal security are protected at every level. But what truly shocks many is how safety here isn't just enforced by law, it's a culture. Respect for others, discipline in behavior, and trust in the system create an environment where safety feels natural, not forced. This psychological comfort is one of the most underrated yet powerful reasons people don't want to leave. Imagine living in a place where you never have to worry about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That kind of peace is priceless, and once you've experienced it, the thought of living elsewhere feels like stepping back into chaos. The Golden Gateway of Opportunity. Singapore has become one of the greatest hubs for opportunity in the modern world. Whether you're a local graduate, a foreign entrepreneur, or a global investor, the island offers a platform where ambition can truly take flight. Opportunities here aren't limited to wealth creation alone, they extend into education, innovation, technology, and personal growth. The government has crafted an ecosystem where talent is nurtured, skills are rewarded, and hard work is recognized. For young professionals, Singapore is a dream destination. Careers can be built faster here because of the country's strategic location as a gateway to Asia, its openness to global trade, and its reputation as a trustworthy partner in business. For families, the educational system provides a foundation that is globally respected. For innovators, the country's digital infrastructure and support systems create fertile ground for new ideas. This golden gateway of opportunity makes people hold on tightly to life in Singapore. Other nations may offer higher salaries or larger homes, but they cannot replicate the ecosystem of growth, ambition, and fairness that Singapore offers. And for many, leaving means losing access to a ladder that continually pulls them upward. The cultural harmony that feels rare. One of the most extraordinary aspects of Singapore is its cultural harmony. In a world divided by religion, race, and politics, Singapore has built a society where differences are not only tolerated but celebrated. Walking through the city, you encounter temples, mosques, churches, and modern skyscrapers all sharing the same skyline. Street food stalls serve dishes from every corner of Asia, each respected and cherished as part of the national identity. This harmony isn't accidental, it's the result of decades of policy, education, and mutual respect. The sense of belonging that people feel, regardless of their background, is one of the strongest magnets keeping them in the country. For expats, it feels like a safe home where they don't have to give up their identity to fit in. For locals, it's a reminder that Singapore is not just a place, but an idea, that unity can be stronger than division. People don't want to leave Singapore because once you've lived in a place where diversity creates unity instead of conflict, it's difficult to imagine going back to a world where differences divide. This cultural magic is something truly rare, and it makes the Lion City irresistible. The lifestyle of balance and convenience. Life in Singapore is not just about work and ambition, it's also about balance. Despite being one of the busiest financial hubs in the world, the city-state has designed itself around convenience and well-being. Public transport is efficient, healthcare is accessible, and green spaces like Gardens by the Bay or East Coast Park give people room to breathe. The shock for many foreigners is how balanced life feels here. You can be in the heart of a bustling metropolis one moment, and in a quiet, green sanctuary the next. Work-life balance, often preached but rarely practiced elsewhere, is more achievable in Singapore because the infrastructure supports it. Everyday life is made easier, from digital services to well-planned housing and neighborhoods. Once people taste this lifestyle of balance, leaving becomes almost unthinkable. Why trade convenience, greenery, and efficiency for traffic jams, stress, or disorganization elsewhere? The lifestyle Singapore offers is not just modern, it's humane. The power of global prestige. Living in Singapore carries a certain global prestige. It's not just about the country's wealth, but about its reputation. Around the world, Singapore is respected for its discipline, intelligence, and influence. Citizens feel proud when they travel abroad because the Singaporean passport opens doors and represents trust. Expats living here feel a sense of pride being part of something greater, knowing that they are in a place that others admire. Global prestige also means access. Singaporeans and residents are connected to the world through one of the best airports and airlines, through international trade networks, and through a digital presence that links them everywhere. This prestige isn't just symbolic, it directly affects the quality of life, the ease of travel, and the respect people receive. Once you've lived in a country that carries such weight in the global community, it becomes difficult to accept living in a place with less influence. Prestige, in this sense, is addictive, and it's one of the silent reasons why people don't want to let go of Singapore. The future that feels secure. Perhaps the most shocking truth of all is that Singapore represents the future, a future that feels secure. While many countries are grappling with uncertainty, political polarization, or environmental threats, Singapore stands out as a beacon of planning and foresight. Policies are forward-looking, sustainability is taken seriously, and technology is embraced without fear. Living in Singapore gives people the rare sense that tomorrow will be better than today. It's not just about hope, it's about confidence in leadership, systems, and vision. Families want to stay because they believe their children will inherit a stable future. Workers want to stay because they know opportunities will not dry up overnight. And even retirees want to stay because the quality of life and healthcare guarantee dignity in old age. In a world full of unpredictability, the promise of a secure future is something priceless. And this is why, in 2025, people are holding on to Singapore like a treasure chest that guarantees both prosperity and peace. So, why does nobody want to leave Singapore in 2025? The shocking truth is that it's not just about money, skyscrapers, or shiny infrastructure. It's about the feeling of living in a place where safety, opportunity, harmony, balance, prestige, and security all come together. It's about knowing that you belong to a society that works, a system that delivers, and a future that inspires hope. For many, leaving Singapore isn't just about changing locations, it's about losing a way of life that cannot be replicated anywhere else. That's why even those who travel or migrate often find themselves longing to return. Because once you've experienced the Lion City, every other place feels like it's missing something. Singapore may be small in size, but in 2025, it has built a world within a world, a living example that greatness isn't measured by landmass, but by vision, discipline, and unity. And that is the real reason why people simply don't want to leave. Now the question is, would you leave a place that gives you safety, success, and security all in one? Or would you hold on to it the way millions are holding on to Singapore today?